actual business. So why does a marketing funnel matter to you? I know that a lot of you are businesses. A lot of you are business owners. We'll get it eventually. A lot of you are business owners and may be overwhelmed with all the tasks you have to take on every day. And social media seems like something very time-consuming and is hard to see like exactly how it can benefit your business if you haven't seen success before. So all that being said, the marketing funnel, by understanding and utilizing it when planning for your business, will help you understand how your customers are interacting with your brand at every step. So by thinking of your audience in all these different steps, you can make content specifically created for where they are, meet them where they want to be met, and provide them the information that's most valuable to them. If you were to try and tell someone who is just in the attract phase that your farmer's market was open today from 1 to 5, they may not be ready to visit you because they may not even understand why they would want to shop at a farmer's market or a local farmer. So I think it's really important to understand this portion and make sure that your messaging is correct for where people are. So next, I'm going to talk about objectives, conversions, and KPIs. So objectives are strategies are overarching ideas to help you achieve your brand's objectives. So whether that is you want to increase your sales by 1% for the year, you want to be more present in different local farmers markets throughout the year, you want to have your products placed in a specific grocery store, those would be your overall objectives. And then next are your conversions. So conversions are a way that you're measuring towards that overall objective. So whether that be that you are having people sign up to your email address so you can promote to them when your farmer's market will be open or what offerings you will be having at a specific farmer's market, that is going to help you meet that overall objective. And then KPIs are further down, and those are smaller steps to help you make sure you're pacing towards those conversions. So let's say your conversion is, like I said, email signups. A KPI would be something like an engagement level on a specific post. To see that if you were maintaining engagement, you were making your way towards that conversion. Oh,
what does KPI stand for?
Key performance indicator.
What was it out of here?
Key performance indicator. So like I said, that is just like, it would be like a little quiz working up to your big test of the conversion to make sure that you're pacing in the right direction. It also, I think, can help as you're like evaluating what you're doing and trying to figure out what works. If you aren't meeting your set KPIs, then it might give you an idea that you need to change your plan a little bit.
What's an example of a KPI?
So a KPI that we have are engagement rates. That's something that's really great for promoted posts or just like general posts that you have online to say that we are going to meet for the month of May a 2% engagement rate. Next, I'm going to talk a little bit about what an engagement rate is and what KPIs are further. So, like I said, KPIs stand for Key Performance Indicator, and they are a bedrock for measuring success. Without KPIs, you don't know how well or how poorly you're performing towards your overall objective and your conversions. So, I talked a little bit about this, measuring success. I think it can be a little bit confusing to see if you don't know what other people are doing, how well is your social media page performing, and how well are you pacing towards your objectives. So I kind of wanted to outline some basic engagement rates that we place on ourselves and that we see so you guys can have an idea of how you're performing. So first of all, we're going to talk about engagement rates. So engagement rates on individual posts is a very valuable metric because it allows you to measure how you're performing, even though one post may have been seen by 100 people and another post may have been seen by 1,000. The way you get an engagement rate is by taking the number of likes, comments, clicks, or shares, and dividing that by the number of people you reached. So one more time, that's taking the likes, comments, shares, and clicks, which Facebook provides you information on all of that, and dividing it by the number of people you reached. So it allows you to be objective across the board, that even though you had a post, let's say you had only 5 people see one post, but you had all 5 of those people engage, that you had 100% engagement rate. So I think it's easier to compare your content apples to apples when using something like an engagement rate, rather than just saying, I got this many likes on a particular post, or I got this many comments and shares on a particular post. Another type of measurement you can use are video view rates. So depending on what kind of video views you are using, Right now, Facebook is really, really loving Facebook Live. Hi, Facebook Live. That is a great way for everyday people to be able to shoot video and promote it on their pages. Facebook Live, I don't know how many of you noticed, but when one of your friends goes live on Facebook, you get a push notification saying you should watch it. It shows up in the bottom of your screen. They're really trying to promote it right now. So I think it's a really great opportunity. Whether you're at the farmer's market that day and you want to show how beautiful your produce looks, or you have like a special topic about how to pick the right squash or how to pick the right watermelon. There's a lot of information that that your target audience doesn't even understand. So stuff like that can be really great for the attract phase of the funnel or the educate phase of the funnel. And just providing more in-depth and behind-the-scenes information that people might not be able to gain on your everyday sort of post. And finally, we have a click-through rate. And this is the same thing. It's measuring the amount of clicks divided by the reach, the amount of people you reach on a particular post. So this is really great when you have an actual website to promote, or you're sending to, let's say, a farmer's market landing page or something along those lines.
Oh, what's it again? Sorry, the
Click-through rate?
yeah.
It was clicks divided by reach, number of people reached. And just so you guys know, I just want to give you some basic stats on platforms. Facebook still is the most popular social media platform with 79% of users logging into the site, and 68% of US adults are on Facebook. So I think a lot of times it's difficult to be like, I can't be on Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook all at once. So sometimes you might be doing too much work. And I think it's great to look back at like specific platform measurements to see where your audience is. If you're out there talking to moms, Facebook is a great way to reach them. If you are out there talking to single men, Twitter is a great way to reach them. And all that information is really easily available online just by searching. And I think it's really great whenever you're running your own business and you're the only person doing it to say like, hey, we don't have to be incredible at everything. I'm going to be really great at Facebook or Instagram, and I'm going to put more of my efforts on that one platform rather than spreading yourself super thin and not really owning any of them. So we're going to talk about also utilizing an organic social media strategy. So I know that budgets aren't always the biggest and you can't promote every single post. So really utilizing organic strategy and making it work hard for you is a really great opportunity. So organic strategy just means, or an organic social media post just means that you did not put any dollars behind it to promote it. So that means you're just posting on the fly, or it could be you're posting on the fly or you have content scheduled out throughout the month. You're still not promoting it with any dollars. An organic strategy can help with word of mouth marketing, and people that visit your social profile will see what other people are saying about your brand and will help develop further trust in you. 88% of people say they trust online reviews written by other consumers as much as they trust recommendations from personal contacts. So I think it's really important to make sure that you're posting organically, consistently, and making sure that you're giving your audience content to consume. So they're not logging on to it. If they don't see anything new, they don't want to interact or read more about what you have to offer. So offering fresh new content is a really great way to make sure that you're consistently interacting with your audience. While paid efforts help to spread awareness of your brand, organic efforts further connect you with your audience, which can really reap long-term benefits. And like I said before, you don't have to have a large budget to be successful in social media. I think it's about really knowing your audience and really working with that audience and maximizing your efforts with them. Another thing I wanted to talk about is user-generated content. So as you see here, it's a little bit difficult to see on the screen, but this is a post that we did with Shape Your Future. It was for the Rethink Your Drink campaign. So for this campaign, we are promoting the benefits of choosing water over soda or other sugar-sweetened beverages. And specifically here, we're talking about how great fruit-infused water is. And so we had a certain amount of posts that promoted the water recipes. And if you can see, like someone even shared here their picture of them and their version of the recipe that they made. And we later utilized that for an organic post saying like, look how great our recipes are, they're very simple to make, here's someone that made it themselves. So just like really capitalizing on your brand ambassadors that happen, like there is someone that loves a particular farmer's market stand or loves a particular grower and loves their produce. By maximizing on them, you can really make a big impact And people believe it more. When they see someone else consuming and having trust in their brand, then I think it helps them have trust in the brand as well. So not only that, but research from Bizarre Voice showed that 64% of millennials and 53% of baby boomers want more options to share their opinions. So not only is this benefiting you, but people want to share their opinions. They want to leave reviews. They want to tell you what they think. Everyone has an opinion. They want to share it. Facebook or social media really allows the perfect outlet to be able to share that information. And Business Insider also discovered that shoppers who interacted with user-generated content are 97% more likely to convert with a retailer than customers who do not. So it just really drives home the importance of user-generated content and really maximizing your audience and turning them into brand ambassadors for your product or brand. So obviously I've touched on this before, that there's a lot to do and there's a lot of time that you could be spent on social media trying to manage and stay up to date on all the changes. So I have a couple of free platforms that I really love that are perfect for managing and maximizing your time when it comes to social media. So first I want to talk about Hootsuite. That's the little owl over here. There are paid versions, but there is a really great free version. It allows you to manage 3 different profiles. You can also use their content scheduling. So let's say you are so busy every day of the week, but on Sundays you spend at least a couple hours planning out your week's worth of social content. This would allow you to spend one day writing all your different content and schedule it out all at once, so that way you're not on your phone remembering, oh, I need to post this right now, oh, I need to remember to get back to this. It really is a sort of set it and forget it option. And it's, especially when you're a business owner, I think it's a really great way to make the best use of your time. They also allow basic analytics. So although Facebook offers these, sometimes it's easier if you're just scheduling posts, you can see quickly how your posts are performing and what engagement metrics you're receiving on them. The next would be Buffer. It's very similar to Hootsuite, offers a majority of the same options. I think the user interaction is a little bit different, but both of them are really great just depending on what your individual needs are. I would recommend checking both of them out. They have a lot of overlapping content, but what I really like about them is that they have a Google Chrome extension. So I don't know if many of you guys are Google Chrome users on your computers, but it allows you to, it even suggests the best time that they think you should post. So let's say like you want to post on Monday, they will look at your content and look at your audience and tell you exactly what time is the most optimal time to post. So that's like a little added bonus with Buffer that I don't think we have in Hootsuite. So back to social media engagement. Engagement is a key element to having success on social media. According to a 2017 survey conducted by Sprout, more than half of buyers of all ages, millennials, Gen Xers, and baby boomers, said they tend to follow a brand on social media before purchasing a product. And then when a customer has a positive interaction with that brand, 71% of respondents said they were more likely to buy. So I think that's really telling of how important it is to continue to foster these engagements and relationships with your online social media audience, and consistently posting and providing content for them. Because once they have that first positive interaction, they're much more likely to become a consumer of yours and to become a brand advocate of yours. And like I said, I know that sometimes it seems like the easiest course to simply fly through comments that you've received. So like if you have a farmer's market coming up and you have 10 posts, and I'm sure there are 10 other things you could be working on, it's really important to take the time and respond individually to all these people, because they are most of the time interacting positively and sharing their feelings and thoughts on how their interaction was with you. So just some quick tips that I like to offer for responding on social media. I think it's always important to direct your comment directly to their name. So whether it's Sarah, Sally, Sam, let me just get another S name in there. It's really great to say that you are a person, you're not some big corporate entity, but you're an individual person that has this one-on-one interaction on social media. I think it makes things more personable, and I think people are almost not expecting it, because I think so many corporate places will automate their responses. So I think it has a really great value to make sure that you're always giving individualized responses to people. Address their questions directly, but offer those responses with poise. So So like even if someone has a negative interaction with your brand, I think there's always a way to acknowledge that person's feelings and try and offer a solution. So there are instances when we have promoted a recipe, for example, and someone didn't like it because it wasn't fitting their dietary needs. So we always make sure that we are acknowledging that users like struggle and then offering them a solution. So if they can't have peanuts and we are offering a peanut pasta situation, we're going to say, oh, we're so sorry to hear that you can't enjoy this. Here is another way you could modify the recipe, or here are some other options for recipes you could enjoy. So just taking that sort of concept and applying it to your personal business, whether you say that, like, although we ran out of squash, obviously I really like squash, we do have some tasty zucchini available, or just different variations of offering customer service-based responses. Yes?
If you don't mind, I would like to add, when we had a reputation management representative come down from Vancouver, and she spoke at our hospital, and she mentioned, we were talking about Google reviews, but what she had suggested was putting together a binder of ideas, you know, and obviously you want to make it very personal to the situation, but that way you're not responding too quickly, or, you know, you're frustrated or anything like that. You have a go-to set of responses that you can tweak.
Yes.
That,
you actually jumped the gun on my next point. So next I'm going to talk about a communication guide. So that's exactly what you were talking about. We have documents made for each of our clients that outline exactly what responses should be taken. So whether you have someone like outside of your family or whomever managing your brand, you can ensure that your voice is still coming across and is giving the most accurate information possible. Like I said, we have a lot of recipes and information shape for future, so we always want to make sure that we're clear about what is in the recipe, how to make it, and so we have a set of responses. Here's like a quick, difficult to see on screen, but we have like a 10-page communication guide that outlines every potential comment that we could receive, negative or positive, and then a few different responses that we could use. So that way we know that at any time we could post one of those responses and it is accurate information. Obviously, if you are a small business, you don't have to have a 10-page one, but you could say, like, if potential situations would arise, like your farmer's market would be closed, or you're no longer offering a certain variety of fruit, what sort of responses could you use? So that way you're not spending time trying to think, oh, I don't know exactly what to say, or if someone else is trying to help you, you can easily let them refer to your communication guide and speak correctly on your behalf. So next, I'm going to talk about creative. This video, I'm pretty sure it's not going to play. We will try. I wanted to share with you another free tool, which I really love, is Canva, canva.com. They are a freemium-based service, so that means that most of their stuff is free, but additionally you can purchase higher-end graphics and create different graphics for social media. So as
Could
you
you
see
give that
here,
again? What is it?
Canva, canva.com. So here it shows, it gives you already templates for the different kinds of posts you're using, and then it offers free stock imagery, text, colors. It's really great. You can actually choose a layout for like a Facebook post or an Instagram post, and then swap out the text for what you need to say. So you can search in like farmer's market, you can search fruit, vegetables, and different sorts of imagery will pop up. It's super easy to use, and it is a lifesaver. Even depending on the situation, I use it for my own personal accounts. If I'm just posting something really quick, they have a mobile app. So that's really great when you're out on the go and you need to post something. You can create a beautiful graphic. A study from BuzzMo showed that 100 million articles, analyzed 100 million articles, and said that posts on Facebook more than tripled the amount of engagement when it included an image. So it's a really great, simple way to include a graphic and not have to pay for it, while still giving beautiful work. And it's like very clean and very simple to use. And so next, we're going to talk about ad creation. So whether you have used Facebook ads before or not, this is going to be like a quick overview on how to get started. First of all, there are many different objectives you can have on Facebook, whether that means you want to send someone to your website, you want someone to attend your event, you want someone to engage with your post or comment, or you want someone to watch a video. There's tons of different varieties. So first and foremost, you want to understand what your objective is. So is it that you want to get someone to your website? If you don't have a website, is it that you want someone to attend your Facebook event for your next farmer's market? If you don't, there's also, if you don't have a website, you could do promote a post that encourage engagement. So there's lots of different ways that fit a variety of different objectives depending on what you're trying to achieve. And I would highly encourage you guys to spend some time thinking about what your objectives are, because what's nice about Facebook is that their algorithm automatically optimizes to the objective you have set. So let's say you have a video, but you set it up as a promoted post ad. It's going to try and optimize it for people to comment rather than watch the video. So it's really important to make sure that what type of post you're doing aligns with the objective of your ad. And then targeting. I'm sure you guys have heard a lot about Facebook targeting. They have every sort of variety of person you can reach, and you can really, really narrow down exactly what you want to do. So some of the targeting that they offer is demographic. So that means age, gender, location. You can add in specific zip codes. You can add in a physical address. You can say a city. There's really a huge variety. You can do a radius from around a certain location to 10 miles. So depending on what you're trying to do, you can reach all these different people just based on demographics. And then on top of that, Facebook also provides targeting on credit card data. So you can choose people who, I think one of the ones is like organic grocery shoppers. That is a targeting option you have, and that is based off credit card data that Facebook purchases, and is a really great opportunity for farmers markets. There's a ton of different targeting options that are behavioral that focus on food. So there's anything from someone who eats frozen food or someone who eats pure vegetables and is like a health food store shopper.
So what's an organic credit card purchaser?
That would be someone who like purchases organic food, food or whatever. They have you can type in, they have this little search bar here, and you can start typing in organic, or you can just type in fruits, vegetables, and tons of different options will pop up. It even allows suggestions. So if you say, like I would say, I want to reach moms who have preschool-aged children, I can hit the suggestion portion, and it will also autofill other things that they think I would like to target. So it's really great. It has a lot to go through, but it is fairly simple to use. You can narrow your audience, so you can say that I want to reach men that are the ages of 30 to 40, but I also want them to be farmers market shoppers. So you can do a combination of things and really get down to exactly to who you want to target. And then I just wanted to quickly show a couple different types of ads. Here on the left, you see a promoted post. So as you can see, the image sizes are different. With a promoted post, you just simply have a piece of copy at the top, and we include a link, but that is the type of post that people are encouraged to engage with. So Facebook optimizes this for people to leave comments, shares, or likes. And then on the right, you have a website click ad. So here it has a smaller, a wider and shorter image, and it has a button. So that's really great if you have a website and you can change that button to say sign up for your email, visit the website, lots of different customizable options here, and it is obviously it's very geared towards someone to click that button. That is what that post is geared towards. So there are also video ads, which obviously are based on watching videos. My videos wouldn't load here, so I could not put it in. But it's just the same thing. It has the video placed in the middle and offers text with it. And that is the end of my slides. I can take questions, or we can start again.
Marla, I can do that. So,
She's right there.
oh! Tell you what, if there is a quick, immediate question, go for it, but then we'll go to Marla, and then we can ask all kinds of questions. So.
Okay, does anyone have any questions for me?
I've had following.
Anyone else? You might as well ask if no one else is going to.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, there you go.
With the Canva app, those images, is there anything in their agreement or whatever when you sign up? Can you use those and promote those?
It depends on the image. There are some that are free to use no matter what, and then there are some that like cost $1. Okay. They're like very cheap, and then it says that you can use them for promotion. When you click on the image, it gives you specific details on that one, so it'll have a little dollar sign and it'll give you the details.
Okay.
But yes, you can use them for promotion. And Facebook also offers free access to Shutterstock images. So that's like stock photography that is used across the internet. Usually it's pretty like basic, but it's nice, and there's tons of fruit and vegetable images you can use. And you can search it out. They can only be used for promotion, so you can't afterwards use it for a post again. But if you're doing an ad, that's another option you have for free imagery.
You can also upload your own.
Sure.
You can also upload your own
Oh, really?
Canva.
Okay.
Canva's the best.
It's the best.
How about like, for, user interface, sorry, your favorite, reposting for Instagram, seems like there's a few different kinds of
For reposting to Instagram, I think it's just repost, right? That is the one I've only ever used. I heard though that Instagram is going to allow a reposting feature in the near future that you would have to use a third-party app. When we post to Instagram, we use one of the social media management tools I shared, like Hootsuite or Buffer, and you can post directly to Instagram now. You like from your computer, post it, schedule it. You don't have to get back on your phone and allow it to post.
And then I guess what are the best times, like, I think Jake said, like 7:19 in the morning is the best time for like Facebook. Yeah. Like, what, is that the same for Instagram? Or I've also noticed that you've got a lot of great engagement on like holidays, like people sitting around on their phone with their family, you know, like you're, yeah.
Yes, so on your Facebook page, in the page insights portion, it tells you when people are most likely to engage with your specific page. So for us, that might be 8 o'clock at night. For you, it might be 9 in the morning. But I really like that it is not just like a blanket statement. It's saying that people engage with you specifically at this time.
Okay, and then Instagram brand insights for that?
Yes, they do. If you have a business Instagram set up, you can pull that same information from there as well. Yes.
I follow a marketing group on Facebook, and the lady suggests that it's better to do an ad than do the promote.
Yes, that is always, because boosted posts
Yeah, the boost.
only allow you to geo-target, you're really missing out on this full suite of targeting capabilities that Facebook has. So like if you only have $20 to promote a post, you want to get that as specific as you can and make your dollar go as far as you can. So I think it is very key to not do boosted posts, but to spend some time and set up a specific ad to a specific target group. Any other questions? Yes.
There's something, so Jane had a presentation much earlier, Jane narrative, but like people don't like to be told what to do, and so I was curious about that, like, you know, kind of at the farmer's market, it's like that, be told what to do, like, how do we, you know, like, you see what I'm getting at, like,
Yeah.
the directive that we can give that's still welcoming,
So I think that's a great time to sort of test. So you can like track, like I said, track your engagement rates and do like multiple posts. Like let's say you're going to do a test period of like 3 months. And every weekend at the farmer's market, you're going to say a different message and do a little spreadsheet, write down like the type of CTA call to action that you used. And then look at your engagement rates and see exactly what you saw and to see what performed best. Because we also work on the Oklahoma Tobacco Helpline, so we encourage people to quit smoking. And obviously, that is a difficult interaction, and it is people don't want to be told what to do. So for that, we offer like very supportive messaging. We always are encouraging and supportive, and we say we have no judgments. So like for that type of audience, it is very important not to be directing people to take any action, but to say it's up to them. So, but for a farmer's market, it might be completely different. So I think it's, in that sense, it's really great for you to sort of track what you're doing, and then you will have the perfect idea for what works best.
she's gonna get my Facebook.
I can take another question.
Any other questions?
Cross-posting from YouTube to Facebook and Instagram, I said it's a lower rating or a lower, is that true?
Yeah, I don't think so. If you have, like, are you saying you have a video already posted to YouTube and you want to have a whole? Oh, great. So.
But people encourage us not to post YouTube to Facebook, saying that it has a lower engagement rate, or Facebook doesn't pop it into their feed.
Sometimes
I've heard a lot of things.
It can display weird. That's what I think
To
is.
get the numbers up on YouTube, you have to cross-post it. So what is the point? I mean, honestly,
So I think that this is the case of like finding exactly which platform is more important to you and where your audience is. If you feel like so like torn between posting to this one and this one and this one, maybe it's time to like reevaluate and say like there is more value in posting to Facebook than there is to YouTube. We upload all our videos into Facebook rather than posting YouTube links because sometimes they can display weird depending on the link that you use. But to us, video metrics, like video view rates, are video view rates no matter if they're on YouTube or Facebook. So we include them all together. We report on them differently, but we say that those are still video views no matter what. So I don't think you're losing anything between if you feel like you have to do the same video every platform and it's causing you stress. But I prefer to upload my video natively onto Facebook rather than share the YouTube link.
And do you guys honestly see a difference, you know?
So we only
Just
on,
click of a button. I mean, I can upload it if
Yes.
I want, I don't care.
when we do YouTube, we don't promote it. That is, that's like through our digital department. They do like buy placement or purchase placements on YouTube. So for us, Facebook always performs best because we're putting ad dollars behind it. In an organic sense, I still think that would depend on your audience. So I think, honestly, for me, I think farmers market seems like it would probably perform better on Facebook. Just like my overall the overall demos for YouTubers, people who consume YouTube. But that is just my personal thoughts.
We have a I'm curious if farmer markets use Snapchat, like is that anybody out here use Snapchat?
I know, I think is OSU Farmers Market might have Snapchat. No, I was seeing someone has Snapchat because I saw it one day and I was like, I should really go. But that's me personally. I think yes. Snapchat is a little bit more hard. It's more difficult to navigate because you have to post live. You can't schedule anything. It's on the go. I think it's higher maintenance, more man hours. But if you are trying to target like a lower age demo, then you should definitely do it. I think it all goes back to like just knowing exactly who you're trying to reach and who you see most success with, and then focusing on that and focusing on the platforms where those people are.
Or I was thinking of having my teenage niece
Yes.
Snapchat because she's doing it all the time. You know, so she's on my behalf. You
Yes,
know,
that's a great, and
send
that's a
her
great.
pictures and stuff and have her do it because it's just that much more of a lot.
Exactly, and that's like very high maintenance, and that's like a great time to have your communication guide set up, and you can text it to her, and she can copy and paste exactly what you want to say. But I love Snapchat personally, but again, if you're not trying to reach people under 25, it might not be worthwhile to you. Yes?
So stock photography versus original photography, what do you recommend? Because you usually spot stock photography.
Yes.
How does that how does that change with you?
I always prefer original photography. Even if you can do iPhone photography, I mean, I can spot a stock photo from a mile away, and there's something to be said about like seeing, especially when it comes to like produce, seeing an actual picture of like what that looks like. We shot some farmers market videos at OSU OKC Farmers Market, and they outperformed the previous year that we had used like stock video footage of like a generic farmers market, because people can tell that like in Oklahoma exactly, like it's a very truthful depiction of what it's going to look like when you get there. So I prefer always real images, but if you can't do them, then it's not going to kill you to use stock photography. Any other questions?
All right, let's have a big hand for Alex Taylor. All right, next up we have Marla Sager from the Tahlequah Farmers Market. She is the board president with Tahlequah Farmers Market. And she's going to do a great job of telling us how social media has been able to help with this particular market. Tahlequah Farmers Market is entering its 11th season, and Marla is entering her 8th year as board president. So, there you go. Or 8th year on the board as president. She has a degree in accounting and works as an accountant and property manager. Tahlequah Farmers Market is her happy place. Is that right?
That's right.
Cool. It's her happy place where she can share her passions of food, community, citizenship, and stewardship. She brings those skills together to lead one of Oklahoma's upcoming markets, and she is about to explain to us how social media helps her do that. So once again, I give you Marla Sager.
Thank you. Welcome. And I thank the ONI crew here for having us here, for putting this on. And I've got to thank my crew for getting me here. We're from Tahlequah. We spent 45 minutes on I-40 because a truck had fallen off the side. So we're just happy to be here. Our Tahlequah Farmers Market utilizes social media in several different ways. We have a website, we utilize emails, texts, Instagram, but mostly Facebook. This is our website. This is our home page on our website. We're basically introducing ourselves to our customers. Sometimes this is the first impression that somebody gets of our market is our website. So it needs to be kind of welcoming. Okay, so we've got our video on here that the ONI group did for us. We have our introduction to the food stamp program that we've got going. We're welcoming people to our market, and we tell them right here is where they can sign up for emails, so that when we send an email out, they're added to our email account. This right here is basically our demographics. It tells where we are, when we are, why we are. Okay, in here there are some, where are they? Okay, at the very bottom, we introduce them to how they can pay at our market. This is the first tab on our website. The second tab is news. It's just news that's happening, current events that are happening. We have not updated this for this year yet, but at the very bottom, we have a calendar. And as you can see today, we're at the Oklahoma Farmers Market Conference. We switch over to our third tab, which is what's at the market. This is kind of self-explanatory. We talk about all the stuff that we have available at the market. This is good for those who are new to our community. This is how they can see what we have, because every farmer's market is a little different. The next item is meet our vendors. This is really important because this starts the community aspect of our market. If they can see our vendors, and it has their names, their phone numbers, how to get in touch with them on their websites or their emails, whatever they want to put on there. And yes, we always ask our vendors if they want to be on there before we put them up there. That's just common courtesy. The next item, this is very dear to our heart. This is a specialty tab. Farm to School is something that we've been doing since 2014. We value being with the kids. Part of that community stuff again. We go to the farms, or to the elementary schools. We give all third graders, it's third graders we target. Fourth graders, they already know everything, and second graders, it's a little over their heads. So we go with the third graders. We give them 12 veggie bucks, and they get to spend it at our little mini market that we take to the elementary schools. It's a lot of fun. These are just pictures of the kids. pictures of us interacting with the kids. We love it. Okay, this is the business portion of our website. This is forms. We have our bylaws, our guidelines, our membership application, our fundraising forms, and our Friends of the Market applications. So this is truly the business portion of our website. Next is links. We've gotten a lot of praise for having such an extensive viewing of links. We have what you need for consumer food safety, we have government websites, we have community websites, we have tribal and state websites, we have archives. When we've been in the paper, when we've done something, we put it up there too. Partnerships. This is valuable when you're working with other groups. It's good to let people know who you're dealing with, who's helping us. Okay, and finally on our website is how to contact us. And people can put their names and comments, and it will show up in our Facebook account. We've got how to contact us by website, by email, by mail, snail mail, and then we have our board of directors. Sorry we haven't updated this. This is still 2017. So long ago, yes. So that is our website. We also utilize, I told you we utilize email. We utilize the emails to get the same information out to everyone on our list when special things come up. These are usually to friends and vendors and board members. Texts. We utilize text for immediate and direct communication with vendors and board members. And this is usually something like, hey, can you stop and get a bag of ice? Instagram is mostly just pictures, so it's where we post pictures. And we have a lot of pictures. Okay, next I'm going to go to our Facebook account.
It's just that next tab over.
Okay, this is our Facebook posting. This is a fun posting. Okay, first of all, our Facebook postings, it's basically a message board. This is where we put recipes, shortcuts, planting guides, charts, vendor activities, local activities, and we have fun on here. This is an example of being fun. We put this up here just a little while ago, and it's the responses that are hilarious. Okay. Josh is wanting corn, potatoes, apples, coffee, and bacon. That started a really interesting group of stuff. We have somebody wanting a bacon bush. We have somebody wanting a spaghetti shrub. You know, this is fun. They wanted bacon seeds, spaghetti bushes, and cheese seeds. Somebody else wanted beer seeds as well. They get creative. There was one guy who wanted potatoes, 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 and more potatoes. I think he's got a problem. I must say that a lot of these have been very thoughtfully thought out, what they would really plant if they had only 5 plants that they could plant. But the one plant that was requested most often, the tomato. That's our logo, is our tomato. So I think we've done something good there. We have events that we post. This is our first event for the year. It basically shows when opening day is. And we've gotten lots of excitement about it. We've had, let's see if it's changed. Can't see here. As of last night, we had 81 people going and 307 interested. And we just posted this about a week ago. Yeah, about a week ago. Okay, we need to go to this one now because we have giveaways. And our largest giveaway basket was on National Farmers Market Week. Okay, this is the young man that got the basket. We reached 15,000 people with these postings about this basket. 15,000. This was his basket. He got wine and honey and soap, a pen, a bracelet, towel, bread, several different kinds of peppers, some eggplant. He was pretty pleased when he left. It was a good basket. Okay, now I need to go back to Facebook. I'm sorry. I thought we were just going to have one computer. Okay, the reason what we're coming up to now is what you mentioned, live feeds. These have been very, very good in our market. We've had a young lady last year. She was so photogenic. Okay, we don't have audio on here, so this is not going to make such a difference to you. Is this over here turned on? Okay. Well, basically our live feed is Miss Chotty walking around showing what's at our market that day. We have a hospitality booth. We have some kind of infused water. We have coffee. We have tea. We have different handouts. Okay. Because we don't have I just want to show one thing here to you. This is a plaque that one of our guys made. Sorry. And I believe that Meredith has this, she bought this plaque. There's a plaque about the farmer's market, and that's why I wanted to show it here. It says, support your local farmer's market, knowing the food source of the freshest fruits and vegetables and meat picked in season and butchered with the most potent nutritional value while supporting your local community's economy. We're kind of proud of them for doing that. Like I said, Meredith bought that plaque, and so Steve then made a frame for us with that on it. And We proudly show that at the market.
This is on Facebook Live.
Yes, this is a Facebook Live. See, she just walks around and she just introduces our vendors, what they have. People really like this. Okay. Okay. Now I need to go to that one. Sorry. Okay, sometimes okay, so now I'm going to why. Why do we do this? So here's why we do this. Okay, sometimes our postings are just to get some information out to the public. This one was one of those. Someone left their Jeep under the pavilion. Would you please come get it? Right in the middle of our market. He had gone to the bar the night before and left his Jeep there. Okay. The next item is on my PowerPoint. Okay. This is something I do. You know, you introduce me as an accountant. I like numbers, I like statistics. So this is a spreadsheet that I create every year. We start out over on the left-hand column with each day we're open. We have how many vendors we had that day, what the weather was like, or if there was something special about it. We have how many people. Okay, I'm the clicker. I stand there with the clicker all day long. I'm also the hugger. We count our people, we count our dogs, we count our others. Others is because we've had some others. We've had a bearded dragon, we've had goats, we've had chickens. So we count our others. Then we have our sales. We collect our sales from our farmers and have our total sales for the day. Then we have our how many people we reached on our live feeds. Okay. On our live feeds, we hit 41,766 people. That was an average of 2,088 people per live feed. Then we count our weekly posts. We do a lot of posting throughout the week. Some of it's just on Saturday, but we count our posts and we average 14 posts per week and and then how many we reached? We averaged 12,776 people per week. And how many we engaged? Then we go over to events and how many averaged, how many total, and our giveaways. So in our giveaways, we averaged 5,144 people looking at that posting, those postings. This is why we do it. Yes, that's just Facebook. That is just Facebook. That's how important Facebook is to our community. Now, not every community is the same. We have found that our community is a Facebook community. You all have different communities. You'll have to figure out your demographics. why we do it. Well, after Meredith asked me to do this, I went back to our social media and asked them what these have meant to them. Joella, I loved all the gorgeous, colorful photos of produce. I've been caring for my husband's grandmother, so I was unable to attend nearly as often as I wanted, but lived vicariously through these delicious-looking posts. It definitely made me want to be there. I like to see that. Also, I love that you have kept us in anticipation of the market all during the off-season. We really try to reinforce that we're still here, we're coming back. Pam Kingfisher said on Saturday morning, I was able to post here asking for a specific item, and she answered me immediately. I live 20 miles out, so that helped a lot. Jane, she's a vendor, and she has seen big differences in her sales because of our live feeds and all of the stuff that we're doing. And she said that she had a 300% increase in her sales. Wow. I'm going to skip through a few of them and go to the last one. I love Facebook Live videos early Saturday mornings, showcasing all the vendors and their goods. Several times I wasn't going to go to the market because I didn't need anything. Then I saw the live video and realized, oh, I need to go. Since she saw that was available. It is very helpful to her because she lives 30 minutes out. So this is why we do it. It makes a big difference to our customers. They really like it. So that's the end of my presentation.
Okay. We're running short of time, almost lunch. However, there was a lot of great information from Marla. Are there any questions?
I have one question.
Okay.
Marla, you mentioned that you had a giveaway on National Farmers Market Week. When is that?
National Farmers Market Week is,
Usually in August.
I think it's August.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm thinking it's August 18th. Yeah.
The Jeep was found, by the way, through that posting. You didn't mention that, but the Jeep was found.
Oh, good. Yeah, good.
They had it moved before we opened that day. So.
We were worried about that. Absolutely. Okay, if you have any other future questions, Marla will be here for a while. She'll love to entertain your questions because seeing how you started the Facebook, how you started the webpage, it'll be very good information. So look for Marla throughout the day. Be sure to fill out your evaluation and bon appetit. Thank you.
Thank you.